What's up, YouTube community? This is Jonathan Beaver back for my weekly video. Did not do one for last week. I had some personal stuff come up and now I am back doing a quick review on the book, The Extended Summary of Tools of Titans by Tim Ferris, written or done by a Night Writer. First time listening to an extended a summary of a book, which I think is a really good idea, especially if you don't know whether or not the book is going to be good. But I mainly listen to this because I don't have time to read the whole book right now. So overall, I like it. I thought it was good. It's worth the credit. It's worth the money. The book, Tools of Titans, is about business, money, health, and why. Like, why are you doing the things that you are doing? And I found some patterns in the book. A few of the patterns are, and probably would help to tell you what the book is about, and actually the structure of the book. And the structure of the book is based loosely on his podcasts with people like Seth Godin and Tony Robbins, authors, performance psychologists, all kinds of different people. And he also has a section where he kind of interviews himself. So the patterns that I found that I thought would be good to bring up in the review, especially for me, are meditation. These people are meditating, and almost all of them meditate. So there's meditation, there's deep breathing, which I was really stoked to hear about, because I do a lot of deep breathing. I've studied conscious breathing for years, deep baby breathing. In through the gut, up into the chest, out of the chest, back out of the gut. Baby breathing. Probably do a video on that here in the near future because I love it so much and it's so calming. I did some of that before I made this video. I sat down to do the video and I was like, oh, I'm not in a good emotional state to do this. So I went and did some baby breathing and I meditated, and now I'm back doing the video. So meditation, breathing, and doing baby steps is one of my favorite parts of the summary, where he talked about if you have something to do that's kind of big or you have resistance around it, just find the smallest, tiniest step that you can possibly find and do that, because baby steps add up and they get you in the door. And we overestimate what we can do in a day and we underestimate what we can do in a month. So baby steps are a huge part of how I do things, how I function. Using Easy Does It, these things, these steps that we make, and the process of just doing small little tiny steps, because they get bigger over time as you get momentum. But start with the smallest thing. If you're trying to do something, if you're trying to become a digital nomad, if you're trying to learn how to build an Amazon store, I don't know, like whatever you're trying to do, start with something super small. He also says that these superheroes, these people that we look at as superheroes, like Tony Robbins, for example, these people aren't like Superman, like flying through the sky, unbothered by anything, well-oiled machines that never struggle. They totally struggle, just like us. And most of them that are really proficient and famous and really successful have had huge amounts of struggles and still do. So they just work through them. They continue to take action. And I thought that was an important point to bring up. Another couple fun things was that he doesn't sleep very well, Tim Ferris. So he uses Max PillowSoft earplugs. I also use those. So there's the PillowSoft earplugs. I use those basically every night. He mentions journaling. There's journaling mentioned in the book. And the thing that I was most stoked to hear about was the work of Jane McGonigal, where she's found out that certain types of puzzle video games like Bejeweled and Tetris and Candy Crush and stuff like that are super helpful for PTSD. So what they do is they occupy the amygdala. What's funny is I just watched that movie, The Mountain Between Us, I don't know that dude's name, but the guy that got crashed in the plane with the woman from Titanic, I don't know her name, Kate Winslet. Anyways, they were on the plane, there was turbulence, and she asked him what he was doing, and he said, I'm playing Candy Crush. It occupies the amygdala, da da da. So this research is starting to gain traction. I also saw Tim Ferris, on Dr. Oz show, talking about his routine that he does before he goes to bed at night, and he mentioned it again: playing Tetris, Candy Crush, games like that that help the amygdala be. What you kind of do is you put it to work. You put your amygdala to work. You play the game, and then when you go to sleep, it's just way easier to go to sleep. I ran across this on accident like 3 months ago. I bought a game called Mushrooms 11. It's a puzzle game where you push this ooze around the screen, and that game is awesome, by the way. Super fun, super unique, creative, amazing. I found another game called World of Goo that's just like it, and extremely fun, addicting, and just really actually mind-blowing games. I think certain video games, like indie games, are art to me. So I found this game, Mushrooms 11. I started playing it for a little bit, and I would play it at night before I went to bed. And I went to bed in peace, and my thoughts were slowed down, and I could see the goo being pushed around in my head, as I'm shutting my eyes to go to sleep. So I would sleep for longer and go to sleep in peace and not in anxiety. So really, really, really fun games. I'll leave the links below for both those games. I think they work even better than Bejeweled and Tetris, and I think they mentioned those games because everybody knows those games, and that's what the studies were done on. So yeah, puzzle games before bed, especially Bejeweled, Tetris, and I'll leave the 2 links for those tried and tested and approved by me. I think those games work even better. So yeah, it's fun. I mean, and those are fun too. I struggle sometimes with actually allowing myself to play. Good point. He also mentioned that people talked about play and how important it was to be able to play. And I'll let you guys know, I think we're deciding to, for this Christmas, get a drone. So that is going to be super fun and a great way to play. And I'm actually really, really excited about that. And I'll probably make a video on it, at least when I get it, to do like a product review. I know a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people that are digital nomads like to take footage and like to, make videos of when they're traveling up the stairs of Machu Picchu. How fun would it be to just have a drone be tracking you and take footage so you wouldn't have to hold the stick up and make the YouTube video by yourself? There's tons of stuff you can do with them. Super, super fun. I'm totally excited about it. But yeah, back to play, he said, is very important. And I found that in my own research. I've actually researched play because I, don't play like how I used to. And I'm looking for new ways to be able to do so. So play is important. Overall, this book affirmed to me that I am on the right track. I'm already doing a bunch of the stuff that the guys are doing in the book, guys and gals, people, folks. I'm doing it. So it affirmed to me that I'm on the right track, and that I'm basically moving forward and in a good place with all this stuff as far as success and health and sleep and business and whatnot. So I recommend this 2-hour-long extended summary of Tools of the Titans by Tim Ferris, done by Knight Rider on Audible. I'll leave a link for it below, as well as those 2 puzzle games that I found that are super helpful to play right before bed, that have given me a lot of peace. And for next week, I don't know what we're going to be doing, but it'll be something good. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in for this week, and I wish you guys a fun, happy, and play-filled week. Thank you. Also, please subscribe below if you haven't done so yet, and if you like the video, do that as well. I appreciate it, and it helps me. Have a good week.